Hello, it's Common. Let's get into the nitty gritty. If we want to move this country in a positive direction, we as the American people need to protest more. We need to band together. White people, black people, Latinos, Asians. If we want to get things done in this country, we need to protest. We don't do it anymore. Whatever our government wants to shove up our ass, we take it. Most Americans believe in sensible gun laws. Most. And we do nothing every time we have a mass shooting. Same thing. We do nothing. And as a group, if we want to change Washington, we need to go there and protest. Have 1 million people show up, 500,000, when we want to get things done. If we don't like the price of gas, we need to protest it. Because guess what? These companies, Exxon and Gulf, they get all kinds of corporate welfare from the government. They pay little to no taxes, where you and I might pay 30%, 40%, 50% of our income in taxes to cover for these people. But once again, we don't protest. We don't like the high price of food. What do? We complain amongst each other, Twitter, Instagram, wherever. But guess what? We don't protest. If you want to make a change, like Dr. Martin Luther King, how did he get his change? How did he get somewhat equal rights? Where you could sit down at a table at a restaurant. How did he get it done? How did he get some legislation passed? He protested. He got people together. And we as Americans, once again, I don't care your ethnicity, because we're all in the same boat. They don't care about the middle class. They only care about two groups. If you're poor, you can get welfare, food stamps, maybe some housing assistance. If you're rich, you already got it covered. They got you. Don't worry. But for those of us that are in the middle, they don't do anything for us. Now, and I hate to say this, but one time I had a patch in my life. I got sick. And things were getting bad. Lucky for me, I had money saved. I had money in my 401k, things like that. And I lived off of that money. But it was starting to get low. So I called the government up and I asked them, hey, can I get some help? They told me no. They said, you have to lose everything before we're willing to help you out. It's like, well, I'm trying not to get to that point. Now, lucky for me, my health turned around and, I was able to get back on my feet. But the government had nothing for me because they said I had too much money in the bank, which was a lie. But, they do that to people. I have a friend that I know through another friend. This gentleman doesn't make a lot of money. He makes like $19, $20 an hour, which today isn't any money. And he's got a family, he's got 2 kids, and the wife stays at home, and they were getting food stamps, but then he got a little raise, I think like 50 cents or $1. And they took it away from him and said, because now you make too much money. $21 an hour between 4 people, that's less than $5, and considering he's getting taxed on that money, that's even less. But they got no help for us. And guess what? He took it in the shitter. Like most of us Americans do. We take it. But if we want to make changes, we have to come together as a group. Get over your racism, even though I know it's going to be easier said than done. Come together. Quit worried about black people getting this, Mexicans getting that. We should all come together as a group. And we want to get something done. We set a date, whatever date that is. There's like giving you another example, but there is a GameStop on Reddit, and these kids got all together and they ran that stock up. And it pissed the people off at Robinhood that they shut it down. It's like, we can't do any more trades on this guy. These young kids got rich overnight because they bet against the stock market. The stock said that thing was going to drop. They ran it up and these kids got rich. Why? Because they came together. And then they did something. They made a change. They got rich. Rich people didn't like that. They were pissed the fuck off because they lost millions and billions of dollars betting against GameStop. But the thing was, they came together. We'll never get anywhere in this country if we keep fighting amongst each other. Can't you figure that out? We come together. We go protest down in D.C. We want a livable wage. You know, we want fair housing prices. It can be done, but only when we come together. Learn more so you can do better.